cold. Like cold, like top 10 NFL game cold.
Really?
Yeah.
And wind chill too?
Yeah, wind chill will be bad. You know, I have a graphic coming up a little bit later on in the Weathercast, but we're talking about wind chills down 20, even 25 below for the game. It looks like it could be the coldest that Soldier Field has ever seen for an NFL game. Want to take you back home, though. Winter storm warning, 2 o'clock, it goes into effect. So just a little bit over 90 minutes from now, we'll see that winter storm take effect across the area. But the snow has already started in a few of our communities, and that winter storm will last about 31 hours, 32 hours across our area until 9 o'clock on Saturday. So your CBS 58 Ready Weather is getting you ready for this storm as it moves closer and closer to our area. Right now, we're still seeing a few areas of flurries, a few areas of light snow kind of left over from this morning's activity, but also already starting to redevelop. By 2 and 3 o'clock, that snow is going to start moving into our southeastern communities. By 5 o'clock, everyone is seeing snow. So if you are working today, I would recommend trying to leave work a little bit early, because by 5 o'clock, I think that snow is going to come down pretty quick, and a lot of those roads are going to turn snow covered pretty quickly. If you are going to be out and about for whatever reason tonight, take it slow, leave plenty of time, and leave early, because I think by 9 o'clock, and especially between 9 and say 3 a.m., we'll likely see the heaviest of the heavy snow. That could equal an inch per hour coming down. That means that the plows are going to have a hard time keeping up. Nonetheless, from 6 tonight really until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, that's our best chance for some moderate to heavy snow moving through the region. By 6 a.m., we're starting to get a little bit of a break in the action here, and then by late morning, say after 10 a.m. and definitely by noon, we're starting to see some pockets of moderate to heavy snowfall move back in. Here's 4 o'clock, your Saturday afternoon, still that heavy snowfall moving through, and then eventually towards 9 or even 10 o'clock, will linger a few snowflakes around the area, but our winter storm for the most part will be done in terms of the snow. And then Sunday, we're going to get some sunshine, but it is going to be brutally cold, even colder than the cold we had yesterday around the area. Now, really no major changes here in the forecast. We're talking about 9 to 12 inches for the majority of us, 6 to 9 in some of our southern areas. Even in these southern areas, I think you'll be closer to that 9 number instead of to that 6 number. Most of us are looking at snow totals really right around, say, 10 inches or so. So here's the timing of the storm. Pretty much from now until 2 o'clock, some light snow and flurries will be possible. From 2 to 6, that snow will redevelop. And then from 6 o'clock tonight until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, that's the biggest threat for the moderate to heavy snow moving through. We get a little bit of some breaks in the action from 6 a.m. to noon tomorrow, and then from noon until 9, once again, you're really not going to be out then, because pockets of heavy snow will definitely be likely. Some minor blowing is going to be possible, especially tomorrow, and especially on those east to west highways. Otherwise, a lot of those road conditions going to be slick and slow and snow covered. Today, 25 for a high. At least we get a nice temperature bump, but that snow definitely this afternoon and this evening. Tonight, 20 degrees, but around 6 inches by tomorrow morning. And then as we move into the forecast for tomorrow, that snow is continuing. We're not just talking about the snow, though. These are the wind chill values for Sunday morning. 30 degrees below zero for those actual wind chill values. Some of us could close in on 35 below. 35 below is really when we start to talk about those wind chill warnings, not just the advisories, but stay tuned for that. Here's that Packers, as I mentioned, these are wind chill values, 25 below. The rest of the 7-day forecast will include some little warming trend, especially as we move towards the middle and the end of the upcoming week. We'll see if that lasts into Christmas weekend coming up in a few minutes, Mike.
All right, it's not too.
And turning to weather, a live look over Milwaukee as storms move through the area. We've already heard some thunder from outside of our studio.
Yeah, it's pretty loud, and I know it's knocked out some customers without power. I was just looking at the latest number earlier. We said it was 5,200. Now it's up to 9,400.
Wow.
So,
yeah, a lot of people getting some much needed rain, but you know, it comes with the gusty storms, just like Thursday's weather did when we had all those strong storms and severe weather move through the area. Let's show you Ready Doppler right now, and this is what's going on outside. If you live in some of our western communities, you're already starting to see a little bit of a break, especially western portions of, say, Dodge County down into Jefferson County, as well as Walworth County, getting a little bit of a break. But zooming in here, Milwaukee's still dealing with some kind of moderate areas of rainfall. The rest of us, this green to that yellow, kind of a light to moderate rainfall in most of our communities. Down into eastern sections of Racine, so right through downtown Racine itself, and then eastern sections of Kenosha County, including Kenosha itself, dealing with the strongest thunderstorm right now. So some gusty wind, definitely some heavy rain likely. Now off to our west, as I mentioned, we do have a little bit of an area of clearing, but then just west of that, that's going to be our next round of storms. And they actually do have a tornado warning down there, just kind of north of the Quad Cities area. So we're going to watch that line closely as it continues to push its way off towards the east. northeast. Now this is bringing some much needed rainfall. All of these areas kind of in the blue seeing less than half an inch in those communities, but still a good amount. Anywhere that's seeing kind of those green pockets, so right around the Waukesha area, right around 1.5 inches of rainfall, and then west of our area, Madison, who actually doesn't really need the rain because on Thursday they had 2, 3, even 4 inches. They picked up already about 2 inches of rainfall. The only ones missing out so far, Fond du Lac and Sheboygan. Unfortunately, it does look like most of the rain will stay out of our northern communities and continue to impact southern areas, but everyone's at least seeing a little bit of rain as we put satellite and radar into motion. But there's that kind of dry area that's moving in just off to our west. So then here's Weathercast, starting things right around now at 5 o'clock. Do expect as this kind of first wave moves through, we will get a little bit dry throughout southeastern Wisconsin. Now those storms you're seeing right now in portions of eastern Iowa, the one with the tornado warning that I just showed you, Weathercast actually dives those south of our area. That's possible, but I really think there's a good chance for at least some of our southern communities, especially southwest areas, say Jefferson, Walworth County, to see some warnings or even some strong thunderstorms as those storms move through. And then it's also possible that we get a third round of storms in here. Those can move in overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. This is 5 a.m., showing some strong to maybe even some severe storms during the morning hours of your Sunday. Now, if you have Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening plans, don't worry about them. By 9 a.m., most of us will be dry throughout the area. Weathercast is trying to pop a few showers and storms right around 2 o'clock. I really think those will not happen, and most of us will stay dry after that initial round of storms. But we are looking at some sunshine, and Sunday going to be even hotter than today, kind of back to the heat that we saw on Thursday. Now, we are going to get some more additional rainfall. I think most of us will pick up at least ½ an inch to a full inch of rainfall. National Weather Service is really watching our area, though, because these storms are very slow moving and there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. So there's a chance for some flash flooding. That's why flash flooding is one of our concerns with any storms that develop this evening, even overnight tonight. But damaging wind is going to remain our biggest concern. Hail also a concern. Tornadoes, it looks like a low possibility for those. So download the CBS 58 weather app. Not only can you track the storms on there, you can stay up to date with our latest forecast here at CBS 58. Now, even though we have the storms, we still have plenty of heat. This is what it's going to feel like tomorrow. Back to the 100s in many areas, feeling like 95 to 105 degrees. This is tomorrow afternoon, right around 2 o'clock. So we're going to get back into more of the heat, more of the humidity. Then finally, that takes a little bit of a break as we move into Monday and Tuesday. So 93 for a temperature for tomorrow. So more like Thursday. That would tie the highest temperature so far for this year. Just those morning storms. We do have more chances for storms towards the end of the week, with temperatures more typical for this time of year, right around 80 degrees. Eric.
All right, turning to weather now. Did you step outside anytime recently?
Yes, and it was much better than yesterday.
Wasn't it beautiful?
I had my jacket on this morning, had my green hoodie on, and I didn't need anything.
Did you bring it to work, though?
No.
Because you're
I
going to
did.
need it when you leave work.
What?
Yeah, temperature's
I
going to
just
drop.
went outside before the show started.
Right
and
now.
it was like 70
glad I
degrees.
made
It's
the
still
right
nice.
decision.
It's still nice right
Yeah.
now. But come the next 3 hours, temperatures are going to drop 30 degrees. We're going to see temperatures drop about 15 degrees in 1 hour. Currently, we're still beautiful. It's the upper 60s in Milwaukee, 70 degrees right now in Racine. Still, though, cooler air has already started to move into some of our northern areas, and that coolness is going to continue to drop its way southward over the next couple of hours. You can see that here on the wind gusts. Not really many wind gusts in the northern portion of the area, but southern areas still winds gusting to right around 45 miles per hour right now in Kenosha, 37 miles per hour in Milwaukee. And you can see the wind direction here in northern areas out of the north. That's because we have a pretty strong cold front that's starting to drop across our area. That's also sparking a few light rain showers. So you may see a few showers over the next couple of hours, kind of quick in and quick out, really not going to do much damage. And then overnight, we'll see the clouds clear out a little bit. So here's what I'm talking about. Here's precision forecast with temps starting things just after this newscast at 6 o'clock. Still in the 60s for many of us. Now watch this over the next 3 hours. By 9 o'clock, we're already into the 30s throughout southeastern Wisconsin. As we head early tomorrow morning, many of us waking up to some upper 20s inland, most of us kind of hovering right around 30 degrees, so we will be below freezing. And then temperatures don't move hardly at all as we head into tomorrow afternoon. Here's 1 o'clock for opening day. That's when first pitch is, only 33 degrees in the Milwaukee area, and then temperatures kind of staying right around the 30s. So for tonight, we're looking at a low right around 30 degrees. A few evening sprinkles going to be possible, but breezy with falling temperatures. And then your opening day forecast, the roof will definitely be closed. We're talking about wind chills all day in the 20s, thanks to a wind about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Temperatures when you're tailgating, lower 30s, not warming much for first pitch, still in the kind of the lower to middle 30s all across the area. Now, we do have 1 or 2 sprinkles early this evening. As we head into tomorrow, we're going to see a northeast wind, so that could spark a few lake flurries. Otherwise, I think many of us are dry. As we head into Tuesday, this is Tuesday morning, primary day here in Wisconsin. You're waking up to dry skies. Then as we head into the afternoon and evening, we're seeing some rain move in. That's going to mix with a little bit of snow as we head into the evening hours. And that rain, mostly rain at least, is going to continue as we head throughout most of the day on your Wednesday. So for your primary kind of schedule here, when polls open, it's chilly, 26 degrees. Heading out, going to the poll right at lunchtime. A few rain showers, but the best chance is kind of after work when the polls are closing at 8 o'clock here in Wisconsin. Rain and snow going to be possible. So the best time to vote really is going to be in the morning, especially if you don't want to kind of deal with any lines in any weather. Otherwise, that wet weather continues, and we are below average every single day over the next 7 days. So I hope you enjoyed the 70s today.